Hello and welcome back to How About That Crypto, your home for crypto and Web3 news and updates. I'm your host, Bitcoin Stylist, and today is going to be a quick one. And we're going to be talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, Binance, Visa, and the Bank of International Settlements, which is the bank of all central banks. They basically set the policy for them. Don't forget, this is not financial advice. You can use links below to do your own research. And I'm going to dive right in. This is going to be a quick one. All right, let's go. Let's see here. All right, if you're listening on podcast, I'm just going to share my screen real quick so you know what I'm doing. All right, Sam Bankman-Fried has been extradited. That's right. He was extradited. I know this says Wednesday, so I just saw this morning he is in the U.S. So that happened. Thank goodness. Now, that's about all that matters on that note right now. Oh, the other thing is his girlfriend, Caroline Ellison, and Gary Wang have been charged by the FBI, but the FBI says they are cooperating. They are all turning against each other. But what do you expect? Sam Bankman-Fried was throwing everybody under the bus. All right. So what do you think about that? Are you happy about that? Do you think this guy's going to go to jail for a long time? Do you think multiple people are going to go to jail? I think that this is going to get bloody. All right, let's move on. So Shoria Malwa reports for CoinDesk. Visa proposes automatic payments using Ethereum Layer 2 system Starknet. Visa said self-custodial wallets could use a unique account abstraction method to set up automatic recurring payments on Starknet, as existing smart contracts do not currently support such steps. So if you go down here, you're like, oh, what does that really mean? It says this solution involves the creation of smart contracts that act as an intermediary between a user account and a contract account, allowing for the creation of self-custodial wallet that can make automatic recurring payments without requiring the active participation of the user. And they suggest that it goes out on the Starknet. So it's a layer, which is a layer 2 scaling solution. So this sounds like Visa's saying that if you want to set something up, have a contract that makes automatic payments, then you can do that, which is, I think, is interesting. So I don't know. I guess if they create these smart contracts, do they get a commission on this? I'm not really sure how Visa plays into this, but they are staying on top of everything. It says currently there are two types of accounts on the Ethereum network: externally owned account controlled by a private key, and a contract account, which are essentially smart contracts. Externally owned accounts, or EOAs, can delegate. Where to go? My screen moved. Yeah. Sorry about that. My screen moved when the pop-up came up. It's so annoying. Okay, here we go. The EOAs can initiate transactions, but the control accounts cannot. However, so a smart contract cannot initiate a transaction. It still has to be signed. That's so interesting. However, by using account abstraction, it's possible to create a smart contract that can initiate transactions on behalf of an externally owned account, enabling the creation of self-custodial wallet that can make automatic recurring payments. Building up the infrastructure. This is big deal. Now I think this is a big deal in by itself, but let's move on and what is Starknet? Oh, Starknet is a permissionless decentralized validity rollup, often referred to as ZK rollup. It operates as an L2 network over Ethereum, and they have their own coin called Starkware. No, Starknet token. That's what it's called. So they have their own token, so that'll be used in all the transactions. Okay, let's move on. Binance US agrees to buy Voyager's assets for $1.02 billion. The agreement comes after CoinDesk had reported last month that Binance was preparing a bid for Voyager's assets. So this is good news. That means that people like myself who had money on Voyager, we should hopefully get some of it back. Under Sam Bankman-Fried's bailout, they were saying 70 cents on the dollar, maybe 70 cents worth of FTT token. All right. Well, let's see if CZ and Binance are gonna be able to survive. Because it's like the last person who went for Voyager's assets collapsed, and then now this new person going for Voyager's assets is saying that he's above board and you should just trust me, but not proving it. And when he did prove it, the accounting firm he used as a third party to prove it decided that they're not going to work with crypto people anymore. Anyway, let me know what you think. And I think this is really exciting, especially if it goes through, because I want my money back, obviously. All right. And last but not least, Basel Committee endorses global crypto banking rules to be implemented by 2025. The rules suggest that a bank's exposure to certain crypto assets must not exceed 2% and generally should be lower than 1%. So 2% of assets in banks can be crypto. So that number sounds like it was going to be staggering. So this is a big deal because they're essentially saying that we accept that cryptocurrency. It says, I think there's certain types of cryptocurrency, probably most likely like Bitcoin or Ethereum, but it says, yeah, that's what it says. But what I just told you. Okay, so I think this is a really big deal because if they are going out and saying, oh, banks, you can hold Bitcoin, you can hold crypto, but it needs to be a small amount. So they're basically putting it into a risk category, which means that the banks are going to be able to start calculating risk and when they hold it. And that'll help understand what's it called? Capital requirements. So like if they hold Bitcoin, $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, how much other assets do they have to hold to counteract that holding that asset, like the volatility of that asset? So they could start figuring all that out, which means banks can start holding on to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency assets. And over time, that percentage could increase. But for now, we just want to get it onto the balance sheets of banks, because once that happens, that my prediction is that's a big deal. Let me know what you think. This is the news. I did it super fast. I stuck with the headlines, didn't dig too deep. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like me to expand on any of these stories, let me know. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, and do your own research. Hodl on.